pass, complete to his running back, Evans.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad. Isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
45-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Brady's pass.
Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Raiders 0. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
He was
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Carr. This is Riddick on the screen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
There, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Carr. He took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the gun, Brady. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Complete.
Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And a short kick taken around the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do. And the
through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Operating from the gun. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
13,
Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it's now 21-7. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. Now, it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. They're just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Muhammad. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The ball carrier.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
41-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff to Henry. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Raiders 7.
On first down, Muhammad, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Carr, a quick throw, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, Muhammad. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They'll run with Muhammad. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery, touchdown for the Bucs. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Derrick Henry. That's good for a Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brought down back.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Now. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, 66.
On first down, Brady. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
From the gun, Brady. And flag middle, that's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Brady. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Maurice Hurst in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll have a first down past the 40. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Derrick Henry on the handoff.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Derrick Henry.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to air one out. Double team, it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a nice Nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Bring it! And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Derrick Henry all alone. That's a big run that time by Henry. Give him 58 yards on the ground. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement. Go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I wanted to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Brady. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, They'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
46-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They go again with Muhammad. Finding room inside the 40. And down right around the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Henry. And some room to roll now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one good for 14 yards. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders 15.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Brady's pass.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender.
Brady's pass.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. brushing up, and now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
37-yard line.
Second and 11.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Carr. Pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Raiders do snap it, it's Carr. Pressure gets to him again. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down.
And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. To throw, it's Brady. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Raiders 23. Ryan Suckup set.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a mistake on the line. It's a loose ball.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Now Brady. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Raiders 23.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On play action. Now Carr. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here's A.J. Cole now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now some pointing up front with a flag down. This might just move them back 5.
Here's A.J. Cole now.
Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Brady going to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Lamarcus Joyner with a pick.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Well, double coverage, and it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers. Sets up first down and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. So after the INT, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brock that time, but it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Brady going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tonight's final score, Buccaneers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
She right got me.